do like real life building sheds and stuff. I'm just gonna pretend she means Minecraft. Because it's the, I don't know. Let's cut.
All right, welcome back to another episode of V4V Q&As. This is your host, DoneMar, and we got our man Doza in here for our fourth installment. Fourth. Of the Q&As.
Yeah.
And I got a list of questions here from everyone that follows the V4V community.
Yeah, I'm nervous, dude.
Hey, it's okay, man.
I'm nervous.
It's okay.
Weird.
Love you.
Being in this, I'm usually outside, like lighting off fireworks and killing myself.
All right, well, let's jump right into the Q's. Get ready to give me your A's.
I got the A's. Got a bunch of them over here. Hopefully,
All right.
Hopefully the right ones.
So the first question, I play a blockhead, asks, why are you so lovable?
Wow. You'd have to ask other people that, I guess. Why am I so lovable? Because my pretty red eyes, of course.
Of course, I can see that. Those bright red eyes that stare into your soul.
Yeah, it's just mesmerized by it. It's beautiful. Very lovable.
So the next question asks from Grumpy Owl Gaming, what is the best and worst part of being a YouTuber to you?
Oh man, the best part is growing and reaching new audiences outside of your friends. That's when it becomes, you know, it feels like you're accomplishing something that way, because your friends will always support you. But when you gain more and more of an audience that's outside of your regular circle, that's the best part, because you know you're entertaining people. And the worst is definitely it is a full-time job. I understand how big-time YouTubers feel that actually have this as a full-time job, because the worst part is just how long it takes to really edit and put together, and the time and attention it takes to make a good YouTube video, especially with gaming. And not to say that I'm the best at it, but and it's fun. I absolutely love editing. But anyways, gotta be short answers. The best is growing your audience, reaching new audiences, and the worst is definitely just how time consuming it is, you know, because you lose out on regular gaming.
Of course. I hope that answers Grumpy Owl's question.
Yes, a little long-winded, I apologize. That's me.
Next questions, plural, we got from PhD Phil, a local here on the V4V. His first question asks, game other than Minecraft that you would most like to record?
I think probably Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2 are my two favorite console games, and I would love to be able to record that, because first-person shooter games it's a dimension that nobody else has seen me in. It's an environment that a lot of my gaming friends and people watching on YouTube haven't seen me in, because I can't record that, and I feel like I hold a special skill and ability in first-person shooter games. So I would love to be able to maybe get some, you know, Call of Duty gameplay uploaded sometime. That'd be great. Other than Minecraft, I think that would be my first go-to if I had a choice.
Ah, perfect. He also asks, what is your favorite Minecraft minigame?
Hard to say. As far as Mineplex and Hypixel and servers like that, probably Draw It, because I feel like when you play a game, you're playing a game to relax. And a lot of the other games are kind of really intense, like high intensity. And I don't know. My favorite minigame, if I'm just doing something and want to just chit chat with my buddy or something, is probably Draw It, which is just Pictionary, you know, for Minecraft. It's great.
Right.
My favorite.
His final question is, what is your favorite way to eat a potato?
Oh, baked. Super
potato.
baked. Oh, man. You just heat the oven to 420, bake it for, you know, it's great.
All right. Next questions again. We got multiple questions from Walter. And he
Oh,
asks,
Walter.
his first question asks, why the username, Doza? Why that name?
Oh, it was a buddy of mine. This might answer another question too. I don't know if anybody asked me. I feel like that used to be a common question I got all the time, was where my name comes from. It was actually a friend of mine's account. And I won't say his last name, but it basically has the word Doza in it. And, you know, just to be cool, he was the Doza because it was his last name, so he made the character Doza. I don't know. Anyways, long story short, he didn't play Minecraft much. I was just learning about it, and he let me use his character, and then I just used his character long enough that it eventually became mine, and rest is history. He gave me the password, switched my email to it, and I'm now actually the owner of Doza, the character, but not much of a story. It was just my buddy's last name, and he gave me the account.
Cool. Well, that's a pretty cool little tidbit.
Yeah, that's the short story of it. You know, I could talk for days.
Yeah. Walter's next question asks, what are your current channel plans?
My current channel plans, like plans for the future, or like what's going on right now?
I assume he asks, like, what are your current plans just in general for what your channel may become, or do you have any upcoming projects maybe? You can give us a little insight.
I've always kind of built everything on Minecraft because, you know, it's a Minecraft YouTube channel, and a lot of people now, like in the V4V community, and you know, Craft of the Curious, and all of our friends out there, everyone's starting to spread out to other games. So I would love to say that you'll be seeing this game or that game on my channel, but really, DozaCraft is a Minecraft-based YouTube channel mainly. So I'm going to continue with the SMP Minecraft stuff I got going on. There's always single-player challenge videos I'm doing, and I actually do plan on starting this hardcore single-player survival, which will be against other YouTubers. I've talked about it before, but it's finally becoming a thing we're going to be doing. So current plans for the channel is, I guess, just be looking out for more Minecraft, because, you know, that's what DozaCraft is Minecraft content.
Right on. And his final question asks, why do you think people watch your videos?
I feel like I attract the podcast listener type crowds, the people who play a YouTube video while they play their video games. So I feel like if I don't bring the visual entertainment, as far as, you know, high quality videos go or whatever, I think, you know, I'm a talker. Obviously all my answers are long-winded. So I think that's why people watch me, is because I'm attracting the crowd that likes to listen to something while they do something else. Like the podcast audience is what I would call them.
Yeah, that would make sense. Everyone likes to just kind of listen. You know, I do that from time to time myself.
And that's why I watch on YouTube, is people I mostly listen to while I'm playing Minecraft or something.
Excellent. The next question, two questions, come from our local TrickyPiston. And his first question is, what's the sketchiest looking thing you think you've ever seen?
Oh, the sketchiest looking thing I think I've ever seen. That's something I have to think about. I don't know, man. There's been some thinking along the lines of, like, that's sketchy, it looks dangerous, I shouldn't go around it. And then I'm thinking in terms of sketchy as in, like, paranormal. So my first thought, like, I think I might have seen a ghost one time, like, peeking out of a curtain. And I won't go into that story, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw that. That was pretty sketchy.
His next question is, what's one thing that people always misunderstand about you?
That I'm a jerk, I think, because I'm a little rough, you know, and my jokes are harsh. And I think there's even people who they have the ability to speak with me, and, you know, anytime. There's people even in our group that I don't talk to very much, and I think that's one thing people misunderstand about me, is that they think maybe I'm a jerk. I don't know. Even my Minecraft character is, like, dark and spooky, and, like, you know, they come across that, I don't know. I'm not a jerk, guys.
All right, our next our next set
That
of
almost
questions.
killed me.
Oh, you got an anvil dropped on me.
Yeah,
I
dude.
didn't even see it.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, am I just standing here now? Oh, this is Tricky's gonna fix my
That calls for a cut for sure. So our next set of questions comes from our old homie, Paperclip.
Oh, paper.
And his first question asks, would you dance if I ever asked you to dance?
Of course.
I knew it.
Short and sweet. Of course, paper.
His next question is, would you run and never look back?
I have a hard time doing that, you know. I think I always look back. People say don't look down, I always look down. I feel like these are song lyrics, by the way, but I'll keep answering them.
His next question is, would you cry if you saw me crying?
It depends. If you're crying and laughing, I'm one of those people that if you come up to me laughing about a joke that you heard, I will start laughing just because you're laughing. So, I don't know. If he's crying because he's sad, I wouldn't cry with him, but I would be like, paper, you know? But if he's crying laughing, then I'll probably start laughing before he even told me what was so funny.
Right. And his last question is, would you save my soul tonight?
What song is this? I can't put my
I don't know.
finger on
I
it.
can't put my finger on it.
What was the question? The last one?
Would you save my soul tonight?
Absolutely.
I guess they've got to be songs. They've got to be.
Yeah, for sure.
The next question comes from Lewis. If it could happen, do you want or expect to live from YouTube?
If it could happen, say it again. If it were, okay.
I think he's asking if it could happen, would you want to be on YouTube, like make a living off of it?
Yes, that's the dream because I don't know. I guess this is a good place to. I don't know how open I've been about it, but I suffer from anxiety, panic disorder, depression, stuff like that. Real life stuff. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. And for someone like me, that would be the perfect job, is to work from home and editing and making videos and posting them onto YouTube, and like doing the whole YouTube hobby is the most relaxing thing ever to me. It's amazing. So if I could get paid for doing what I absolutely love to do, yes, I would. That'd be the perfect job for me. I would love it. Yes.
Yeah, seems like a pretty good job, career choice.
Yeah.
Our next question comes from Demo Maker. Are you Demo Maker's spy?
Next question.
Russian Afro Man says, you are given $50 million. What do you do with it?
Spend it.
Short and sweet. The next couple questions comes from Chase. EM Chase.
Chase!
And,
my boy.
his first question asks, what is the best book you've ever read?
Oh, best book I've ever read. It was called The Boy Who Couldn't Die. And it was about this kid who went, I'm trying to remember, I only read it once, but it like really resonated with me. I love the story. He went to like some vacation somewhere and some voodoo happened and he lived in New York, which is funny enough because that's where Chase lives. He should check out that book, by the way. Chase, if you're listening, The Boy Who Couldn't Die. It's a great book. It's like middle school level reading, maybe like early high school. Very, very easy book to read, but that's my favorite book, I think. It's The Boy Who Couldn't Die, and he meets like a vampire girlfriend when he comes back to New York. It's a really good story. I won't spoil it.
His last question asks, who is your favorite author?
I don't do a whole lot of reading, see. I struggled with the first question a little bit. With that said, I don't have a favorite author, but I think That's my favorite story. It was The Boy Who Couldn't Die. But I think my favorite author is the guy who wrote the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books. I don't know if anyone's familiar with those.
I think I've heard of them before.
I can't remember the author. I actually have the book right here. Let me look. Schwartz and Gamble.
Schwartz and Gamble.
Yes.
All right.
Whoever they are.
Our next question comes from Xotixz.
I know him.
So, he asks,
man behind the camera.
What is your favorite thing about being a member of VforVanilla gaming group?
Everybody's on the same level of, we all want to do the same thing, which is where I came from before I came to VforVanilla, which has been a little over a year now. I've been you guys a little over a year. But I wanted to make my own server and get a group of people like that going. Everybody having the same drive to make YouTube videos and just build cool stuff in Minecraft that's worth keeping around. And it's hard doing that as a server owner, which I tried doing on Doza SMP. And then, a little over a year ago, Exo reached out and was like, "Hey man, do you want to join us?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And I came here, and that's my favorite part, is because you guys knew what you were doing, So when I saw what you guys were doing and met everybody and became involved, this is exactly where I want to be, is in this type of community.
Great. Well, I'm sure I can speak on behalf of everyone on the V4V that we're glad to have you around, Doza.
Cool, man. Thank you. I'm already nervous now. He's getting me all flustered.
Our next question comes from Mystical Goddess, one of the locals here on V4V, MG. And she asks, "You're a great builder. When did you first know you love to build?"
I think it came from resource collecting, because really that's the guy that I am in Minecraft. You got builders, you got redstoners, then you got resource gatherers. So it just became a byproduct of that, because I would just play the game and go mining all day long and get all these diamonds and, stone and stuff. And I just needed something to do with it. So then I kind of shifted my creative mind and my busy mind into trying to make true to life style and scale, to the Minecraft character at least, builds, And I guess it just came from that. I started out as a resource collector, and then I needed something to do with it. So then I started building, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. So I guess that's the moment when I realized I like building. I think that answers the question.
Yeah, well, you do build quite a bit, and you do mine a ton.
I do.
That makes sense. The next question comes from me. And
Who?
I ask myself, DoneMar.
Oh, hey.
And I ask, why don't you go MLG with League of Legends?
It's just, I just can't. I shouldn't, because, okay. I hope that answers your question, DoneMar.
This is more of a joke question.
Throw me a curveball once in a while. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
keep you sharp, keep you a little.
Yeah, as if I'm not nervous already.
All right, so our next question comes from our local Redstone Junkyard, aka RJ, and he asks, "How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?"
RJ, I don't know what that means.
All right, so our next set of questions comes from our local Soul Sith, and he asks, "What is your favorite type of bacteria?"
My favorite type of bacteria? The bacteria that's in yogurt, I guess, right? They say yogurt's like an active bacteria, like it's. Yeah, yogurt. Yeah, I think that's a thing.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yogurt.
Whatever bacteria's in that.
Yeah.
The tasty kind of bacteria.
All right, we got, let's see. He asks, you replace your left hand with a part of an animal with a mind of its own. Which would it be?
Replace my hand with my god. Probably a dog nose or something, right? Because then I could just it functions and has a mind of its own, right?
According to the question, yes.
So am I to assume that like if I smell something with this dog nose, that my brain will tell me what I'm smelling? Like, is it connected to me in that kind of way, or does it just make us? I don't know. I guess a dog nose. That seems like the most reasonable one. I wouldn't want to have like a little paw or something. That'd be weird.
Yeah. Like having a nose wouldn't be weird.
Yeah, I guess a dog paw would make more sense because you got a dog paw instead of a hand.
Yeah.
If it was a nose, it'd be like, what's wrong with you?
All right. Our next question comes from our local Ikari. Ikari?
Ikari.
I always say that wrong. My bad, Ikari. And he asks, what is your favorite movie?
Evil Dead, the original.
Bam.
I got a lot of, I don't know. I guess I can make a longer answer to that. I'm a big horror fan. The remake of Evil Dead is currently my favorite movie, but I think my favorite movies of all time are the Friday the 13th series and the Nightmare on Elm Street, because I grew up on that. I'm a huge horror fan, and I think Jason and Freddy are the two best movie serial killers ever. Not that that was the question, but that's my favorite movie. I could watch any Jason movie or any Freddy movie, and I'm in love.
Right. Our next question comes from Defying Peace.
Oh,
She asks, how does it feel to be blamed for everything?
she told me she asked the question and it was out of love. And I told her I wasn't going to read the questions beforehand. Now I see what she means. I don't know. I think it's funny, you know? Like, totally breaking the fourth wall here. I pretend I'm upset, but really I think it's hilarious. I love it. It's funny.
Our next question comes from our local Hungry Squid. And he asks, how does one grow a magnificent beard like yours?
It just happens by itself. you just let it go, and it happens. Like, literally, I will, like, before, you know, I usually shave. Besides this last year, this is a 1 year beard, by the way, at this point. But I would grow a beard on accident because I'm like, well, I don't want to shave because what if I want to grow a beard, you know? And then you go so many days thinking that, you're like, well, I don't want to shave today because maybe I'll want a beard or something. And then all of a sudden you grow a beard. And it's like, well, I got a beard now, so I guess I'm not going to shave. So it just happens, man. You just got to let it go.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Our next set of questions, comes from our local iLad. And his first question asks, if you could commit any crime free of consequences, what would it be?
Steal a bunch of money. Easily. I would, with no harm done to anybody, I would go and rob every bank in the world, I guess. Oh man, that's a horrible thing to say. I would never do that, but if I could get away with it, it seems like the most, it doesn't harm many people.
Right.
It's the crime that doesn't harm, I don't know.
There's
so many layers to that, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it, but a victimless crime, right? Besides, you know, people losing all their money out. Whatever, there's layers. But right. I think stealing something valuable would be the crime I would do. It's a sin, I know, I'm terrible.
All right, his next question is your favorite red panda.
Highlight, of course.
Always, of course.
Oh, of course. Always, of course.
His last question reads, if you could spend 1 hour anywhere, where and why?
Oh, that's a hard question for me because I'm an introvert. So I think if I could spend 1 hour, I don't know, man. I wish I had a more creative and interesting question, or answer for that question. But I really think it would just be 1 hour just being an introvert, recharging my batteries, and just doing whatever it is that I love doing, you know?
Right.
Whatever I feel like doing at that particular moment, I guess.
Right.
Playing video games, editing a video for Doza. There we go. There's the answer everybody wants. I'd be making YouTube content for you guys.
All right, our last set of questions comes from our local Digi Master.
Oh, the dragon.
So, he asks, how old were you when you first became a man, aka grew face fur?
It was middle school. I must have been, I don't know, 13 or 14 or something. I'm not sure, but the sideburns came in first. And it just so happened to be around that time I was really digging the sideburns look. So pretty much ever since I could grow facial hair, which was the sideburns, I've had sideburns ever since. Even if I shave all the way, always sideburns. 13 or 14, I don't know.
Right.
Sideburns came first. It took a long time for the chin to come in.
Right. And the final question is, if you lost your face hair, would you shave your butt and glue it back on?
Yeah. Duh. Is that a real question? That's like the worst question of the night. Of course. Come on now.
And that about wraps it up. Those are all the questions that you guys gave to Doza. He answered them to the best of his ability.
I was so nervous.
Thanks for coming on to the show, to Doza. This is your host, DoneMar, for today's episode. Peace out.
See ya.